Hello viewers, thank you so much for joining me on this channel. I owe it to viewers on YouTube to make a video on GMC registration. Why do I owe it to viewers on YouTube? Because I familiarized myself with the entire GMC registration by depending solely on YouTube. So now it is my turn to create a video which might help you, the viewer, with your GMC registration process. GMC stands for General Medical Council. It is the medical council which governs the medical profession in the United Kingdom. I am happy to announce that I got my GMC registration to practice in the UK, and the entire process was very seamless for me. It was a very straightforward process, and I got my GMC registration only 3 days after applying for it. So I hope by watching this video, you will also be able to get your GMC registration maybe even more quickly than I did. So without wasting more time, let's get into the meat of the discussion. It is very important to remember that GMC registration is not just about applying for GMC registration. It is also about exams. So, of course, it depends upon how you want to go to the UK to work as a doctor. If you're going through the PLAB pathway, then you have the PLAB exams. If you're going through the membership of Royal College pathway, as I have, then you have the membership of Royal College exams. So in my case, I had the membership of Royal College of Surgeons exams, MRCS Part A, followed by MRCS ENT OSCE. I have made detailed videos talking about how to pass MRCS Part A and how to pass MRCS ENT OSCE. I'll leave links to those videos in the description below. Once you have completed the medical exams, you also need to take the English language exams to prove that you can communicate effectively in English. For the General Medical Council registration purpose, two exams are considered acceptable: IELTS and OET. I have made videos talking about which one is better. IELTS is cheaper but more difficult to pass, and OET is more expensive but easier to pass. You can find links to my IELTS and OET videos in the description below. Once you've completed the exams, you have to verify your documents. This is done by something called EPIC verification. So EPIC is an American organization which, for a fee paid in dollars, verifies your qualifications. Again, I have made videos describing the EPIC verification process, and I'll leave links to those videos in the description below. Once you've completed all of this, you can begin your GMC registration process. I will describe that in detail in this video. First thing that you need to do is you need to Google GMC. You will find something called GMC Online. Go on GMC Online, create an account. This is not more difficult than creating an email ID. Once you have created a GMC Online account, you will get a 7-digit reference number. This is by far the most important piece of information. Once you have the GMC reference number, you can apply for certificate of good standing. You can uh, what is certificate of good standing? Certificate of good standing is something that your medical council in India provides to the General Medical Council to basically state that you have been practicing medicine ethically. I will describe that in more detail later on. So once you have the GMC reference number, you can begin your application for registration. Once you've completed the application, you will get a prompt asking you to complete a digital identity check. Let's discuss this in more detail. Now, once you are applying for registration with the General Medical Council, you will be required to provide copies or pictures of various documents, such as your passport. So you must have a passport to begin the General Medical Council registration process. You will also be asked to provide your EPIC ID. Now you can either approach the General Medical Council registration in a simultaneous manner with EPIC verification. So you can submit your documents with EPIC, wait for it to be verified, and you can just share your EPIC ID with GMC. Once EPIC verifies your documents, GMC will also consider it to be acceptable, but I don't think that is the right approach. I feel you should complete EPIC verification first. This is just my suggestion. You can do it in a different way, but I feel you should complete EPIC verification first and then apply for GMC registration, because of the two, EPIC takes typically longer than GMC. So complete EPIC verification and then start GMC registration. However, GMC will only ask you for EPIC ID, because then EPIC will communicate with General Medical Council regarding the documents that they have verified. If you are applying through the membership of Royal College pathway, then EPIC is supposed to verify two documents: your final medical diploma, that is your MBBS degree certificate, and the specialist qualification, that is your membership confirmation letter in one of the Royal College of Surgeons. Then you have to provide details of your internship. In this case, you have to provide the start date and end date of each subject that you were posted in during internship, not just the start date and end date of your internship as a whole. So individual start date and end date of each subject. You will find it in your internship completion certificate. In my case, I described my internship as pre-graduate because I received my MBBS degree certificate after completing internship. Depending upon your situation, you can either describe internship as pre-graduate or postgraduate. You also have to provide evidence of your primary medical qualification, which again will be verified by EPIC. So you have to provide your MBBS degree certificate. And in my case, I also provided copies of the internship completion certificate and the final MBBS mark sheet, because the final MBBS mark sheet contained the exact date when I passed the final assessment during my primary medical qualification. If your MBBS degree certificate contains the date of passing the final medical assessment, final MBBS assessment exam, then you don't need to provide a separate mark sheet, I think. But I provided all three: final year mark sheet, internship completion certificate, and MBBS degree certificate. Postgraduate qualification for the purpose of General Medical Council registration is the membership confirmation letter of the Royal College of Surgeons. It is not the postgraduate qualification that you may have obtained in India, because that is not considered acceptable by the General Medical Council as of March 2024. You also have to provide a declaration that you can communicate effectively in English. So if you have taken OET, you have to share your candidate number. If you have taken IELTS, then you have to share the test number. I think it is called test form number. You can also share the result, but I think only sharing the candidate number is good enough, as long as you have provided verifier access on your My OET portal and you have added General Medical Council as the entity which is with which you are sharing your OET result. The certificate of good standing can be provided to the GMC directly by your state medical council, depending upon which state you are from in India. You will find detailed descriptions of different state medical councils of India on the General Medical Council website. Just to repeat, on the United Kingdom General Medical Council website, you will find detailed descriptions of different state medical councils of India, including the contact details, the website, the email ID. So you can even get in touch with the state medical council based on the information that you find on the General Medical Council website. Now, if the state medical council directly provides the certificate of good standing by email to the General Medical Council, it becomes a simpler process, but it depends upon which state you are from. Now, the key thing to remember here is, in the last 5 years, if you have worked in more than one state in India, you need to provide certificate of good standing from each of those states. So if you have worked in 5 states in the last 5 years, you have to provide 5 certificates of good standing from each of those 5 state medical councils. Also, you need to provide details of every workplace you worked in the last 5 years. If there was a gap in employment in the last 5 years, you have to provide an explanation regarding why that gap existed. The mere existence of a gap does not disqualify you, but you have to provide an explanation. So if it was because of matrimonial purposes or maternity leave or paternity leave, or maybe you were looking for a job, you just need to provide an explanation why the gap exists, and you have to be truthful about it. I don't think there is any problem in being truthful. In terms of supporting documents, if you engaged in any non-medical work in the last 5 years, you have to provide supporting documents. And if you engage in any medical work without registration, then also you have to provide a supporting document. If you engage in medical work without registration, then you have to provide something called a Gen 1 form, where your employer has to vouch for you that you engaged in medical work without registration, but your work was unimpeachable. At the end of the entire process, you have to give a declaration saying that every information provided by you is correct to the best of your knowledge, and then you can make the payment of 433 British pounds. Again, the sum 433 British pounds is of March 2024. It can change in the future. Also, I must remind the viewer that every year you have to pay the General Medical Council a fee to retain your name on the register. So this is not a one-time fee. You have to pay it every year. Once you have completed the entire application, you will see that you can submit it. Once you have submitted it, you will see that it is being assessed, and then you will receive a notification either by SMS or by email or even on the GMC Online account that you need to complete a digital identity check. This is a very welcome addition because earlier one had to go to the UK for the identity check. Now the identity check can be completed digitally, which is of course free. And all you need is a smartphone running iOS 15 or later or Android 9 or later. And then you have to download the Dig Identity app. And on the using the app, you have to click pictures of your passport and a selfie of yourself. So, just to recap, the only identity document considered acceptable by the General Medical Council is the passport. General Medical Council also accepts UK driving license, but I don't know how many Indians have UK driving license. So for all practical purposes, passport is the only identity document considered acceptable by the GMC. So take a good picture of your passport identity page. Make sure the photograph is sharp in the picture you clicked and the texts are clearly visible. The text on the identity page of the passport. Then you click a selfie of yourself from the app itself. In the selfie, there should just be you in the picture against a light background, and this picture will remain with the General Medical Council, so it should be preferably a good picture. So once this is done, you will receive a prompt saying that identity check is complete, and then you have to go back to the General Medical Council online account and state that you have completed the identity check. And at the end of the entire process, either the General Medical Council will tell you that your registration has been granted to you, or they will ask for further explanation regarding any confusion, any doubts that they might be having. You can clear their doubts, you can provide an explanation regarding whatever they are asking you about, and I'm pretty sure that you will also get your registration very quickly, just as I did. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, if you think I made any mistake in communicating something, please feel free to point out in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to reply. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope it clarified many of the aspects of General Medical Council registration application process. And I hope you get your General Medical Council registration very, very quickly. Take care. Bye bye. I hope I get to see you in the next video very, very soon.